18-year-old Haley Bustos, Joshua Ellington, Gary Gray, and Andre Warner are all charged with murder. Investigators say that Adam Hillary met Bustos on a dating app called Plenty of Fish. Now, after casing out his Auburndale apartment, investigators say that she told the three men what was inside. They went back to that home, forcing Hillary to his knees before shooting him in the head and stealing electronics from the home. The police report even stated that two of those suspects laughed at Hillary as he begged for his life.
Welcome back to my channel. I'm yours truly, King Chris, The Conversation. Let's get into it. So the conversation today is about our online dating. So over the past several years, the popularity of online dating has hit a skyrocket high. A lot of people are trying the online dating because it's convenient and you're able to just go into your computer, log in what you're looking for, and the computer pretty much matches you of who you want. So about 48% of relationships from online dating ends through email. About 17%, hey, get married. About 20% starts a relationship on online dating. There are 4 online dating sites that seems to be the best overall. It's the Cupid, seems to be the best overall. Match.com seems to be perfect for long-term relationships. eHarmony seems to be one of the most underwhelming one, and Plenty of Fish seems to be the most overwhelming one. Online dating is it could be a very convenient way, it could be a very good way, and it also could be a very dangerous way of dating. So let's just think, I've never personally tried the online dating thing. I'm just one of those people that just thinks that there will be some kind of axe murderer out there that would axe the hell out of my head, and that would be that. So I mean, I've just never tried the online dating. But hey, it works for some people. Some people find very successful relationships out of online dating. And it's more men that do the online dating than the women. But also, when you're doing online dating, you have to think about the catfishing of online dating. Is this person really who they say they are? The photographs are there sending you. Are these actual photographs of these people? Or is this actually the gender that they tell you that they are? Because of course, a straight man wants a woman. A straight woman wants a man. Sometimes there are those catfishes out there. Transsexuals are acting as though they are women. That's not what they're looking for. So it's just one of those things where you're kind of like taking your chances, but it has worked. It has become more successful than a lot of other things a way of dating now. I mean, it's convenient. It's from your home. So, but also online dating can be deadly. As we know, online dating can lead to the death of your life. It can lead you to the end. So this takes us to the conversation of online dating. Adam Huron, 27-year-old, met this girl online on Plenty of Fish. They went out on a date. Boy meets girl, girl meets boy. You know, they kind of vibe with each other. So he brought her back over to her house. They began to talk, have a conversation and things like that. So, you know, he took her back home, dropped her off. She called him back to tell him that, you know what, I want to go out with you again. I kind of like, you know, we vibe really good. We vibe good. So can I see you again? So, you know, he's like, okay, cool. Let me see you again. In the meanwhile, this evil-minded person that's inhuman, that has no respect for human life, was plotting to rob this man, which ultimately end in his death. Adam was he was an aspiring boxer. He wanted to be a boxer. And he was an active father in his daughter's life. And I say active because there are many fathers that have daughters or that have sons and they're not active. They just have that title. But he was active in his daughter's life. So his daughter would come over and spend some time with him, and then would spend some time with his mother. And he loved on her. He had a good time. He was all about life. He just wanted love. So she got together with these people. They went back over there and they murdered him. So now we're on trial. So let's start the conversation. So where are we at in this case? So the first person has faced the court, has faced a jury of their peers, and have been convicted. Andrew Warner has been found guilty of first-degree murder in the death of Adam. He was found guilty of conspiracy of robbery with a deadly weapon and murder. So they'll take a week-long break, and then they'll come back to the sentencing phase of this case, which is set to start on March the 30th. And it just shows that, just a young man wanted love, and that's what he was seeking, and this is how it ends up, which is really sad. And just shows you that nowadays you have to be very careful of who you're letting into your life, who you're letting into your space. That's why I always start off a lot of my shows by saying, I hope you're in a positive place. In a positive place. Because if you're in a positive place, you're in a place that you feel comforted in. You're in a place where you feel safe in. You're in a place that maybe you want to invite somebody in. You want to invite somebody over. You want to begin relationships with people, but you don't expect for these people to come back and kill you. And they murdered him and they robbed him for Xbox. Things that just really doesn't make any sense. These were evil-minded people. And it's mind-boggling and it's hurtful to say that the family has justice, but at the same time it's injustice because they can't get their loved one back. This bastard will live. Hopefully he will get the death penalty. Hopefully he will. But this bastard will live in the system. Taxpayers will feed him. Taxpayers will take care of him. So when the point is, they need to change these laws. When you stand before your jurors and they commit you of a crime and it's the death penalty, I really believe that you should be immediately executed. You should be immediately executed. And then to say after they robbed him, said this young man got on his knees and he begged for his life. He told him that, I have a daughter, I have a family, I have a lot to live for. And they laughed at him as he was crying out, please don't kill me. These are just some really hateful and evil bastards that has no respect for human life. None at all. No respect for human life. None. And then he's so cocky that he takes the stand and he tells I guess he tells the side of his story. The prosecutor in this case did a really good job with prosecuting the case, and she got justice for the family. And it's just so sad to say that, online dating is supposed to be a safe thing. It's supposed to be something that we meet people and maybe you fall in love. Maybe a marriage is developed. Maybe a family is developed out of it. Or maybe a good friend is developed from it. But your life should not be taken from it. So, are these datings, are they safe? Is it something that we should continue to do? Should we put precautions up? Should we take this as a warning? Should we take this as a lesson? I think one of the best keys and the best rule to online dating is when you meet someone online or when you meet someone for the first time, let's meet in a public place. Let's start with that. Let's meet in a public place. Let's sit down maybe at a coffee shop, Starbucks. Let's maybe sit at the library. I don't know. I really don't even know to say if that's safe, because you still don't know what is that person. Is that person a demonic mind? Is that person going to follow you? Is that person going to do everything right in the first couple weeks, and then eventually we do have some private and we have some long time, and then you end up dead? Look at the Craigslist killer. I mean, it's so much now of just trying to find love and trying to be dating, trying to date someone. And then also you have to be careful with the dating line apps, because murder. And also a lot of people on dating line apps, and they have different alternatives of what they want. You may be looking for love. You may be looking for a relationship. You may be looking for the courting phase of us getting to know each other and us dating, right? But that other person may just want to take you in the bed, lay you down, and boom, 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 bam, bam, bam. And that's it. And a lot of times, boy meets girl, girl meets boy, sexual opposite sex attracts, right? So you end up in the bed, and sometimes it's unprotected. Once again, we're dealing with online dating, and we're dealing with dating just period. So it leads to our diseases, our high statistics of AIDS and HIV. So we have to really be careful of who we're letting into our lives. How we find love, I don't know. I think that maybe you should just pray on it, and maybe you should just wait and look and let it come for you. Who says that dating app will work for you? It may not work for me. Like I always tell everybody, some things work for some people, some things doesn't. So hey, if you want to try it, you try it. But if you're trying, be safe. Be safe. This is a trial right here that tells you that everybody wants to be loved. This is a trial of innocence, of an innocent man. Of an innocent man that was just looking to meet someone, to bring him into his life. And I mean, he was an excellent father, to bring someone into his daughter's life, and maybe one day they could hope to become family, or maybe they could just spend some happy times together. But it ended in the death of him because of an evil person. Because of an evil person. It just takes one. It just takes one. That's it. And that's what happened in this case. So they are now in the first person, which is The Monster by Andre, has faced the judge. And the other 3 in the case should be coming up soon to face the judge. So we're hoping justice, justice, justice for him and his whole entire family. After the verdict was read, the jury came back. His mother talked to the media, and I commend her. Obviously, she's a woman of faith. She's a woman of forgiveness. And she said that she got what she wanted, and nothing else mattered at this point. She got justice for her son. She got justice for her son. And they asked her, how did she do it? She said she did it because her son was sitting right there beside her. And she knew that she had to hold it together, and that she did not want a mistrial. And that's what she did. God gave her the strength that she needed to get her through this. And we hope and we pray that God continues to get her through the rest of these monsters, as she has to sit in this courtroom and face these evil, demonic minds that probably don't even give a damn that they took a man's life. Their sorrow and their weeping about, now they're behind bars. They probably have no whatsoever remorse for what they did, because after they committed this murder of this innocent, handsome, good-looking, active father. I'm going to say that again. An active father. They went out and they robbed again, and that's how the monster, the young lady, the corporate of the crime, was found. She went out and she robbed someone else. So it's a good thing that they got him off the streets. It's a good thing that they're behind bars. They're facing justice. I know some people are not for the death penalty. Some people don't believe in the death penalty. Some people don't. Some people do. I'm one that does favor the death penalty. I believe if you are proven guilty without a reasonable doubt, and it is a murder case, and it is a case where you can face the death penalty, I believe that the death penalty should stick and it should stand. But what I don't agree with the death penalty is that you go sit in a jail cell, you get your 3 meals a day, and you get to live life. And the taxpayer gets to take care of you. When you're committed and you give the death penalty, maybe they should give you maybe a month or two or maybe a week or two. Because, you know, now the case has to go through all these appeals. It has to go through this. It has to go through that. That's just a waste of time. You've been found guilty. You have been charged with the death penalty. Put this bastard away. Put this evil, demented bastard away. He doesn't deserve any of the taxpayers' money. He doesn't deserve a meal. He didn't think about that when he killed that young man. He didn't think about that when he pulled the trigger on that young man and that man was pleading for his life. That man was saying, I have a daughter. I'm a father. I'm an active father. I'm a positive person. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm taking care of my daughter. I'm living my life. He wanted to be a boxer. They didn't take that in any consideration. This young little girl out there, hood rat girl, she's the definition of I don't even know. She's a horrible person. She's a horrible person. She was the corporate of this. I don't think that they deserve any time of sitting in a jail the way that they murdered this man, the way that they took his life. And at the end, they got nothing. An Xbox, I believe it was like a necklace or something like that. They got nothing. But they took a daughter away from her father, a father away from his daughter, an active father that we don't see now these days. That we don't see. I continue to pray for the family. I pray for the mom's strength. And as she has to go through this once again, that she remains strong. And as this young lady grows up without her father, she knows that she's loved. And she knows that her father is still there with him. Even though he's not there physically, verbally, his memories and his spirit will always live on in her and through the stories and through the pictures that his mom can tell her all about him. Something to think about, Royals. Something to think about. We got to be careful. Everyone wants to be loved. We got to make choices and decisions, and let these choices and decisions don't turn around and make us be a statistic. You got to be careful of what you do, who you love, who you bring into your comfort zone. You got to be careful. Royals, until we meet again, may God bless. Please stay safe out there.
Photos and boxing gloves, memories of a life lost too soon.
I knew it was love, but this is so amazing.
Adam Hillary's family and friends are devastated after the 27-year-old was found murdered Friday night.